My name is Ruthie Wofford. I am the Communications and Outreach Coordinator with Capital Area Food Network. I work for Capital Area Food Network through Wake County as a part of their AmeriCorps Vista program. As far as Capital Area Food Network goes, we are a food council, and so our food council just focuses on Wake County. And basically what that means is we are a networking organization of hunger fighters and people who are interested in food and farm systems within the county. And so we have different focus groups. That's how our organization is structured. So we have different focus groups that meet about once a month, and they work on projects related to farm advocacy, food recovery, food access and security, and then general communications. So that is kind of the structure of our organization. And one of our main initiatives right now is implementing and tracking the Wake County Food Security Plan. And so our job at Capital Area Food Network is to help implement the plan. So we bring together all of the partner organizations and leaders and help them focus and do these tasks, these projects, we call them action items, within the food security plan, and then we also track the outcomes of those projects. So our organization, CAFN, is made up of a lot of volunteer members, and most of them represent hunger fighting organizations within the county, like the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina, Food Shuttle, and Raleigh Food Corridor. So they're very involved in what we're doing. All of our action groups, all of our projects, they're made up of people that are volunteering their time to put this together. So we are completely, volunteer run. We also work with volunteers from our partner organizations. So like Raleigh Food Corridor, all of the people that are working on the Nutrition Hub project, they are also, most of them are involved in CAFN as well. So as far as projects go, like I said, each of our circles, each of our working groups have projects that they're working on their own. So for example, identifying new markets for local farmers, or creating flyers and posters with liability information about food donations, so to encourage restaurants or individuals to donate their food. Those are two of the projects we've got going on, and that's sort of outside of the Wake Food Security Plan. As far as Wake Food Security Plan, we've got about 1,000 projects going on right now. The most time-consuming one at the present time is working on building a list of food pantries within Wake County. We found that there's a lot of lists floating around out there. If you're hungry and you need food, you could Google, food pantries in Wake County, and you'd probably come up with maybe 5 different lists from 5 different organizations, and none of them are updated, none of them are accurate, and none of them are comprehensive. So that's one of our ongoing projects right now, is to not only build this list of food pantries, but to maintain it in the future, right, and make sure it continues to be accurate. And then we also want to learn from the food pantry managers about the structure of their organization and any barriers that they face. And so our goal with that is to kind of take that information, put it together, and figure out how we, as Capital Area Food Network, can help food pantry managers be more effective, because a lot of them are volunteers. A lot of these food pantries are completely underfunded, if funded at all. They may be housed within another nonprofit, they may be housed within a church, and so getting that support is not always something that's very easy, but in order to help them, we need to know what they need help with. So that's what we're doing right now. It's not complete yet, but just the other day I was talking to somebody on the phone about their food pantry and what barriers they're facing, and they expressed to me the need the desire for nutrition classes. They have a lot of clients coming in and they just don't know how to cook healthy meals, and so I was able to kind of introduce them to a number of other organizations that offer those classes. They have that curriculum, they have the volunteers, they just need places to host the classes. So that's kind of a direct and recent thing that we're doing. And then looking to the future, we want to be able to get that list out to all of these needy families in Wake County. We've also done something similar with community gardens. We're about to wrap up that project, but it's similar in that we're trying to find out, where these community gardens are, and then, how one could get involved. There's a lot of really amazing stuff going on in Wake County right now regarding food security, right? Even NC State, there's the agroecology farm, there's the soul garden, there's the Feeding the Pack food pantry, but, and that's just one institution, right? And the issue with a lot of, especially smaller nonprofits, is that it's all that day-to-day operations are extremely time-consuming. There's usually not enough employees because there's not enough funding. One of the really valuable things about Capital Area Food Network is that we exist to identify gaps and identify overlap of these organizations doing similar projects, because you might not know that, there's another food pantry out there and it's, a block down the street and they're just open on different days and you didn't know. So to help especially smaller organizations collaborate with one another can be extremely valuable because, like I just said, there's a lot of hungry people in Wake County, but there's also maybe 150 food pantries that are open. So how, we're just trying to figure out how that can be. When the county's pouring in money to school food pantries and there's so many community gardens and, there's SNAP, there's WIC, there's free and reduced lunch, there's all of these great programs, but hunger is still such an issue. And so we're hoping to, be able to figure out where those gaps are and then how we can fill them, how we can address them. We need to not look at just, who's hungry today, but why are people hungry, and then, how can we affect changes that help people get out of the cycle of poverty. Wake County is very unique in that it has a comprehensive food security plan. We only know of like one or two other cities and counties that have something like this. So this is it's not a first, but it's a pretty historic step towards a county saying, hey, we're going to do something very tangible to help our hungry population.